Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Hello, it's me. I'm Jelly, and I'm your number one idol. Hi. And let me turn this off. I think you'll disturb the game. Okay. Hi. Actually, I'll turn it back on. Hi. Welcome back. Yay. Do you like it? I set up the there's some like color in the game on my some filter, so it's kind of like I'm in the dark. I'm in the room playing the game, and I think it's kind of cool. Are you playing the censored one? There's a what? What? Like you mean the? I mean I know a little bit, but I don't think it needs to be censored, right? Okay. Anyways, this is a what? This is a what? I think I need the music to be louder. No, okay, look, I got it. I got it off. I got it off Steam. I got it off Steam. I got it off Steam. Okay. So I got it off Steam. So it's okay. Have you ever heard of Nitro Plus? Didn't they make Steins Gate or something? What was that? Is that the Steins Gate people? Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, I think I'm good. No! Okay, so I didn't know that. Whatever, is this your first time? I've heard of it. I heard it was good. I heard it had good writing. Okay, Steam is safe for work. Good. So today we're gonna play a game about a girl. About a girl and a song. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it as much as me. You mean you weren't pretending to not know? To not know what? To not know what? Okay, anyways, I'm excited to start the game. So I did check a bit for the sound. So I hope it's all good. The story is a work of fiction. The procedures and conditions. Okay, so my disappointment in this is immeasurable. Why are you disappointed? Thank you for the super chat, Evil Hero Diamond Cat. Okay, so this work of fiction contains grotesque images that may disturb some viewers. Please select how you would like such images displayed. I would like the stream to be comfortable for everybody, but I also want to experience the full game and the full and how just how bad it can be. I don't think it can be that bad. No, I think YouTube will be fine. I'm pretty sure people have streamed this before. When I play games, I like to experience it how the author wanted us to experience it. So... what would you like? Do not modify grotesque images? Experience it fully? Okay. It's YouTube friendly? Don't know. If it gets bonked, then it goes, I guess. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Would you like me to read for you when there's no narration? Okay, the wriggling mass of flesh burbles. I can't read that. I can't read that. Oh, it's loud? Sorry. What game is this? It's Song of Saya! It's an idle game! Okay, sorry. Can you do sound check? Okay, how is it now? Is it better? Three such creatures sit around the table in front of me, slurping filthy sludge from their cups as they trade whines, growls, and sounds that I cannot describe. Hey, it's just like the scene in Resident Evil. By listening carefully, I'm able to grasp the gist of their conversation and respond when it is required of me. This is necessary to avoid arousing their suspicion. Okay, so first off, I was not prepared. Neil, spare me. However these creatures look, they're my friends apparently. Oh, that's me! I wish that I could still deny it, but I gave up on that a long time ago. Night after night, I went to sleep praying for an end to this nightmare, only to wake each morning to the same twisted hellscape as the day before. But Jelly, hi! I now know that I have to blend in, that I have to act like one of them. Such has been my life these past 3 months, and so it will remain until the day I die. This is one of the few games that's best experienced blind. Oh! That means I'll get the full experience! I hope it's not too scary, because I'm bad with horror games. Judging by its tone, this one must be Koji, and the one next to him, squealing more than others, is probably Omi. My friends! Which means that the one next to me is Yo, though I can no longer see any trace of her once attractive features. I try my best to ignore the rotten stench of the excrement that issues from her quivering fetch. Is this a date? I have no idea what this is! I just thought it would be fun to play something different in Idle Week because it had the name Song in it. Alright? Everything has changed. Or almost everything. By some cruel trick of fate, my relationship to the world alone remains the same. As if an insane architect took the blueprints of my life and rebuilt it out of blood and gore. Thank you for the member, Kovaleski! These monsters and I were part of the same college club. We studied together, ate together. We even went skiing together every winter break. I did like body horror. You're right. So I'm more shocked by this than scared by it. Now these are but painful memories of days that will never return. If only no one recognized me, I might have been able to disconnect myself from the world. It would have been comforting, in comparison, to believe that I had been abducted by aliens or that I had stumbled through a gateway to hell. But no, this is beyond a doubt the city where I was born and raised. Society that I was part of for 20 years. Save that I, and I alone, can no longer see it that way. The world as I knew it is gone. I have no place to call home. Am I sick? Anyway, I can tell that whatever they're discussing is of no importance to me. I decide to keep quiet while pretending to listen. But just then... Hey! Fuminori! One of the flesh beasts say as it swivels its bloodshot eyes towards me. What do you think? Thank you for the member, Leshuka! Oh, the music's kinda soft, isn't it? Oh no. What's the button for music? We're talking about this year's ski trip. You're coming too, right? A slimy hole near the top of the creature. How do you say this word? Rides? Nauseatingly? As it vomits some semblance of words. That must be Koji's face, or what I would have seen as such 3 months ago. Unable to stomach the sight of it, I avert my eyes and give a neutral answer. A right click should open the menu. Oh, Kofi! Thank you for the super chat, How Bandit! Have you played Scorn? I have not played Scorn. It's a body horror puzzle game. Sounds fun! I'll note it down. Okay, I think this should be good. The BGM was loud, the voices weren't loud enough. Okay. Thank you for the tip! Oh my god, that is... These were my closest companions. One of them had even wished to be more. How many nights have I spent crying in loneliness, lamenting the friends who no longer exist. Lamenting? Lamenting? In 3 months, my tears ran dry, and now there is only loathing left in me. Surrounded by hideous creatures that I can only assume are Koji, Omi, and Yo, I spend each day trying to act as I always have. If I fail at this, I'll surely be sent back to the hospital. So you are sick! Lamenting? So I am sick! Only this time, I'll be locked away forever. So I'm faking the fact that I'm sick! No matter what, I won't let that happen.
今日の診療で先生に聞いてみる。
That's it. I can't look at them or bear their screeching any longer. I jump to my feet, desperate to escape. Thank you for the tip, Anonymous. Average VTuber trying to fit in after streaming for a week. Hey! That's too real! Thank you, S87. Welcome! Welcome to Member. Welcome. A spray of stringy slime from the cilia around its voice box flies at me. I try to cover myself, but too late to keep the slime from splattering across my face like the yolk of a rotten egg. I'm about to lose it. I want to grab a chair, a desk, anything within reach, and use it to smash the life out of this creature, ending it all. I barely suppressed the impulse. I mustn't let on that something is wrong. However they look to me, this is their world. I'm the outsider here.
だから今日も診療なんだ。もう時間だから。
Struggling to put on a smile, I reach into my wallet, pull out the first bill I find, and put it on the table without even looking at it. I don't care about the change. I just need to get out of here. Now.
それじゃあ。
I'm not crazy. Oh, is that? Oh, those are my friends! What happened? Hi, Ivy! Hi, welcome! Oh... Tsukuba-yo frowns at a suggestion. Oh, so Omi is the girl! Omi is the girl!
スケート？わざわざスキー場にまで行ってスケート？
勘弁してやってくれよ、つくば。こいつ今そっちにハマってんだ。
Tono Koji supports Omi with a laugh. Her impromptu suggestions are nothing new, and it's Koji's role as her boyfriend to provide backup. So Koji and I'm really bad with names. So who's dating who? Who's dating who? Yes, it's a very idol-focused visual novel, and like I said, it has the word song in it, so it must be an idol game. Oh, so I have a crush on Yo.
なんせオウミってさ、この前この年になって初めてスケートやったんだ。
何よ、スケートしたことなかったのがそんなに不思議？20
歳になって初体験ってのは興味そうそういないんじゃないかな。
Koji and Omi are dating. Yo wanted to date you.
子供の頃はなんとなく怖かったのよ。あの靴、なんだか刃物みたいでさ。でもいきなりやって滑れたの？オミちゃんすごくない？
容量はスキーとそう変わるもんじゃないからな。重心を前に出して靴の前のヘリでコントロールする感覚とか。
コージにそう言われたもんだからさ、騙されたと思ってやってみたわけよ。そうしたらもう楽しくって。
No, yo, I can. We can hang out. We can hang out.
私も見てみたいな。
We can hang out.
オミちゃんがスケートやるところ。
Oh, so this is what's happening.
だからさ、ね、 今度のスキー旅行、ついでにスケート旅行にしちゃえば2倍美味しく楽しいってわけよ。でもさ、スケートはスケートリンクに行けばできるじゃない。わざわざスキー場に行ってまでやる？だから屋内じゃなくてさ、屋外スケート。 凍った湖とかで滑れるところ。
Hey, did you know skating on a lake is very dangerous?
なんだかすっごく混んでそう。
It's dangerous to skate on the lake because the ice might break unless it's very cold. While speaking, Yo sneaks a sideway glance at the young man sitting next to her. Although the conversation has involved only 3 people so far, there are in fact 2 couples at the cafeteria table. Yo's boyfriend, though there is still some doubt over whether he could be called that, is beside her as silent and expressionless as a statue.
なあ、文則。お前はどう思う？
どうって。
Why does he look like that? I mean, if that's what he sees all the time, I would look like that too. Do you know how to skate, Jelly? No, I have a horrible balance. One time I was on the Wii Fit and I couldn't even pass the level 1 balance test.
いや、だからさ。
He does. He's
今年の
got
冬の
meat
スキーだ
vision
よ。
problems.
お前も行くよな。
Oh no, don't hurt her! Koji speaks gingerly as though probing a tumor. A few months ago, he would not have hesitated to rebuke Fuminori for his attitude. Their long acquaintance had forged a long and honest friendship. But
わから
now,
ない。
his downcast eyes and his sullen demeanor. I know this word, but I can't speak it. Demeanor? Demeanor? Sullen demeanor, making it clear that he has no desire to break his
何
silence.
か他の予定でもあるのか？
いや、別に。
Thank you. Even Koji, Fuminori's best friend, cannot communicate with him as well as before. What hope does Yo have of breaking through his shell? What happened to him? The scars left by the events of that late summer day are still deep all 3 months later. These months later, each one of the 4 bears them. Not only Fuminori.
なあ、別に運動するのが傷に触るとかそういうわけでもないんだろ？
What happened?
どうだろうな。今日の診療で先生に聞いてみる。
As though as that answer drained the last of his patience, Fuminori bolts out of his chair.
おい、文則。
Even Koji can't keep his voice from rising as he tries to stop Fuminori from leaving. Fuminori reacts swiftly, throwing his hand over his face as though to shield himself from something terrifying. Maybe some spit flew inadvertently from Koji's mouth, but that happens sometimes. Fuminori's reaction is beyond the pale.
だから今日も診療なんだ。もう時間だから。
Today is my checkup! Even as he tosses money on the table to pay for his coffee, he acts like he's touching something filthy.
それじゃあ。
Fuminori stalks out of the cafeteria almost as if he's running away. Cloaked in heavy silence, the remaining 3 lower their gaze to the table, where the abandoned 10,000 yen bill sways forlornly. Fuminori's coffee is untouched.
やってられないわね。もう。
文則にはもう少し時間が必要なんだと思う。
だってもう3ヶ月よ。なんなのよあれ。付き合ってるこっちが変になりそうよ。
俺だってわからない。わかるはずもないと思う。お前だって想像つくか？あんなひどい形で家族全員を奪われて
$100.
平気でいられるわけないよ。
Oh no. It could have happened to anyone. A tractor trailer flipped over on the highway, crushing the Sakisaka family car into twisted scrap. They said it had been difficult to tell the bodies of Fuminori's parents apart. For a while, it had looked as if there was no hope for Fuminori either. It was nothing short of a miracle that he was able to leave the hospital and return to a normal life.
見舞いに行った時なんてもっとひどかったじゃないか。
Oh no.
誰が誰かも分からずに 怯えて暴れてベッドに縛り付けられて、
Oh.
今はよくあそこまで立ち直ってくれたと思う。
If I saw everything like that, I don't think I want to live.
それにしたって変よ、咲坂くん。私たちのこと見る目つき、あれ何なの？まるでこっちが人間じゃないみたい。
よせ、近江。
Well, Koji's kindness made her happy. Yo also knows that she mustn't take advantage of it. Fuminori is the victim, just as Koji said. He's the one who most deserves sympathy. Yo's feelings for Fuminori are her problem, and no one else's. She doesn't blame Fuminori for not giving her an answer after she worked up the courage to ask him out. No, she asked him out? In fact, she thinks even more fondly of him for taking the time to consider that she would have had he... what? In fact, she thinks even more fondly of him for taking the time to consider than she would have had he treated their relationship casually. Apparently, the fact that Fuminori did not reject her was enough to make them a couple in Koji and Omi's eyes. They've had plenty of fun at Yo and Fuminori's expense since. The truth of it, though, is that he still hasn't given her an answer. After revealing her feelings to him, Yo didn't see Fuminori again until a week later, and then she could only stare at his broken body through the window of the ICU. And when he was finally released, after 50 days that seemed an eternity, he was somehow different. She's starting to doubt that he even remembers what she confessed to him before the accident. Now winter is coming, and her feelings hang, forgotten in the cold, lonely air. Oh no! Oh, I'm at the doctor! I'm at the doctor! Save me, doctor! Dr. Tambo Ryoko has never had a more troublesome patient.
その後の経過はどうですか、咲坂さん。
I wonder what he sees her as. I wonder... the first thing that came to my mind was... okay, maybe the hotter the girl is, the uglier I see her as. You know? Maybe that's it.
いいえ、別段。これといって問題もなく。
His voice is hard and flat, his words tossed carelessly into the air. It's like he's speaking to himself in an empty room. Ryoko is a surgeon, not a psychiatrist, but even she can sense the thickness of the wall he has erected between himself and the world.
吐き気やめまい、幻聴や幻覚といった体験は？
いえ、何も。
Hey! Liars! Liar, liar, pants on fire! While Sakisaka appears to be looking at Ryoko, his gaze is actually aimed a fraction down and to the side. He's only superficially engaged in the conversation, when in truth, it does not interest him in the slightest. Perfect rejection. Realizing that she can't interview him like this, Ryoko sighs and sets her chart aside.
咲坂さん、あなたが当院で受けた処置は脳神経医学の分野では世界的に最先端の治療でした。そのことはご存知ですよね。
Oh, they messed it up. They messed it up. Treatment of subdural hematoma through the use of treatment of subdural hematoma through the use of micromachines, a procedure available in Japan exclusively here at T University, had been the only way to save Sakisaka Fuminori from a cerebral contusion that should have been fatal.
最先端であるということは、まだまだデータの出揃っていない危険性の伴う治療法だったという意味でもあります。
Machines.
そうでしょうね。
Sakisaka Fuminori's lips twist slightly in what might be a bitter or mocking smile. but it is gone before Ryoko can discern its meaning.
普通こんなことを言って脅かすのは医者として問題なんですが、施術後に重大な脳障害をきたしたケースも報告されているんです。予後の経過には十分に注意しなければなりません。
Hence these weekly checkups. If only he would take them a little more seriously.
先週の MRI はどうでした？
MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, is a way for doctors to examine the brain in detail without opening the patient's skull. Surprised by Sakisaka's uncommon technical knowledge, Ryoko recalls his profile.
そういえばあなたも医者の卵だったわね。
Micro machines? The predecessor to nano machines. Oh, so this game was made before nano machines?
先生が心配しているような脳機能不全は画像診断だけでも十分にわかるはずですよね。何か異常はあったんですか？
I'm learning more and more about these characters by the minute.
いいえ。
Oh. There was nothing. Not the slightest hint of abnormal activity. For a procedure with such low rate of success, the results have been nothing short of miraculous. However, something still bothers Ryoko. She can't shake the feeling that he's hiding something beneath his guarded exterior. Some terrible weight on his soul, perhaps. Nano machines are an older concept? How would I know? I'm not a machine. I mean, I like machines, but I don't study machines. But if it's an inorganic problem, then there's nothing she can do as long as he refuses to explain it.
大丈夫ですよ先生。現に僕は今こうして病院の外でも何不自由なく生活しています。
Why is he
問
so
題なんてないでし
afraid?
ょ。
Why is he so afraid? Is it because they gave him PTSD by tying him to the bed?
ねえ咲坂さん、こういった難しい手術は予後不断が原則なんです。もう少し私たちを信用してもらえませんと。
そうですよね。僕だって先生方を信用したい。
He doesn't
ど
want
ん
to
な
be
相談
locked
に
up
も乗ってもら
forever.
えるんです
But
か？
maybe there's a cure. Maybe there's a cure.
ええ、もちろん。
Also, where's Saya?
じゃあ先週の話の続きなんですが、先生、
Meat vision
あれ
kinda
から
sucks,
オー
you
ガイ教
know?
授について
That's
は何
true.
か分かりましたか？
Meat vision kinda sucks. Ogai! Who's Ogai? Unable to answer, Ryoko hardens the mask of her smile. As before, the patient is inquiring about someone whom he has no business knowing.
大貝教授のことはあなたの治療とは何の関係もないでしょ。
信頼しろと言った矢先にいきなり隠し事ですか？
Ryoko is used to patients treating her with hostility. Some degree of paranoia is natural when dealing with a person whose mistakes could kill you. In Sakisaka, however, she doesn't see the anxiety that other patients exhibit. His demeanor is perfectly calm, almost like a detective questioning a suspect.
何分だいぶ前にここを辞められた方ですからね。
Who
私個人と
is
して
Ogai?
も交流があったわけではないし。
Who's that?
辞めた理由はご存知ない。
Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
おそらく個人的な事情でしょうね。それにしても
Liar,
咲
liar,
坂さん、
pants on fire. We've
な
had
ぜあ
two
なたは
lies
そんなに大貝教
today.
授にこだわるんです？お知り合いですか？
教授は今失踪中なんです。知ってましたか？
いいえ。
Ryoko realizes that her answer may have been a little too quick. She should have acted more surprised.
近頃教授の身内の人間と恋にしていましたね。
Dr. Oge.
その人から調査を頼まれて。
Oge. A relative of his? A relative? Ryoko considers this with a
大
frown.
貝教授に縁者の方はおられないはずですが。
おお、誰から聞きました？
それは 噂話
Oh,
に。
she's getting caught.
なるほど。そんなことが噂になる程度には大貝教授は有名人だったわけですね。
まあ一風変わった人だったみたいですね。
なのに誰も彼が大学を辞めた理由を知らないと。
Ryoko falls silent, knowing that this isn't a topic she can brush away with a smile. Sakisaka seems to have finally grasped her mood. However, at his strangely stiff tone, as his strangely stiff tone softens a
先生
little.
僕はどうしても大貝教授に会わなきゃならないんです。彼がいなくなったせいで行く当てがなくなり困っている子がいるんです。力になってもらえませんか。
それはむしろ警察の領分なんじゃないか
His
しら。
daughter? Although she makes it sound like the most obvious thing in the world, the suggestion is actually a gamble. If Ogai Masahiko's disappearance becomes a police matter, then the university will be investigated. Everyone who was involved in the incident will be at risk of exposure. The incident? And of course, that includes Ryoko herself. She knows, however, that Sakisaka is unlikely to go to the police. First of all, his excuse is obviously a lie. They already made sure that Ogai had no relatives who might come looking for him. He was lying, which is why they could bury the truth of what happened. But then how did Sakisaka, a mere patient, learn about Ogai?
咲坂さん、
Oh, they're establishing the
私の知
plot
っている
very
範囲のこ
early.
とは喜んでお教えします。ですが、大貝教授は今年の4月に辞表を出して以後は何の音信もないんです。どこか長期の旅行にでも行かれたか、その程度しか想像つきません。
そうですか。
Expecting resistance, Ryoko is surprised when Sakisaka backs down. She's so worried about his condition, and the mysterious link between him and Ogai is only making her more uneasy. But as long as he doesn't open up to her, there's nothing she can do. After a brief pause, Ryoko writes, "Progress good" on Sakisaka's chart for today.
咲坂さん、それでは来週の診察ですが、今日と同じ4時でも。
Poof! He's gone! Out the door! Ay ay! It looks like someone sprayed the walls with pig guts from ceiling to floor. What color should the walls of a hospital be? White, of course. And to the creatures of rotten flesh shambling around me, I'm sure this hallway looks just as white as it should. I know, intellectually, that the walls are white. I know that the flesh beasts are really human. I'm the one with the problem, and it's because I've accepted that I'm able to lead something approaching a normal life. Even if my university's medical department is nowhere near as good as T University's, I'm still a medical student specializing in neurology. I have a basic idea of what's happened to me, though it's hard to believe. This isn't a pathological condition. It's probably some form of agnosia, unlike anything that has ever been studied before. Agnosia? Agnosia? The flesh beast called Tambo Ryoko said that other patients had developed neurological disorders after receiving the same treatment I did. So I guess I'm just another failure. It makes me want to laugh in that know-it-all doctor's face. That said, I don't blame the doctors who operated on me. After all, I do owe them my life. I know as well as anyone how low the chance of success was, and that I had no other hope of survival. Oh, that's disgusting. I was unlucky. That's all there is to it. The point is that my condition isn't treatable. Just like someone adapting to a hearing aid or wheelchair, I have no choice but to adapt to this nauseating scenery. Of course it's hard. It wasn't easy to resign myself to this fate. But now, there's more than just despair. Even for me, there's a glimmer of hope. Keeping my eyes on my feet, I hurry home. I live in a quiet suburban neighborhood, in a house that's much too large for me alone. My parents, even unluckier than I was, died in the accident 3 months ago. I couldn't even go to the funeral for being in intensive care. Thank you for the super chat, Malcolm. If they ran a Whoopit Plus test, he would have never been discharged from the hospital. He will never get a full score to get released with a vision. Okay, nerd. Thank you for the super chat. I had to sell my father's business, but at least it left me with the house and enough money to live on for a while. You know, this might actually be kind of cool. You know, like looking around and seeing guts. You think... What do you think they taste like? Would you chomp on it? Like, I feel like I would chomp on it. Just to like, you know what it is. Oh yeah, imagine the smell. Oh yeah, it's rotten! Ew! Of course I'm sad. But the accident took more from me than my parents. In fact, being on my own has probably saved me. If they were still alive, my parents would have never allowed me to live with some strange girl. Okaeri! I'm hearing a voice. As I open the door, a bright voice greets me from the kitchen. The voice is beautiful and clear as a bell. Human. Its sweet sound washes the day's cacophony from my memory.
ただいまさや。
Saya! Oh my god, I'm getting chills! The music! Even the patter of feet coming down the hallway is music to my ears. Nowhere else in the city I can hear such footsteps. Only in this house. With Saya, am I so privileged? 遅かったね。Saya! ちょっと心配しちゃったぞ。
ごめんよ。今日は病院に寄っていく日だったから。
そうだっけ？Saya! My hope! My light! My shining light in the misery! My beloved! In her smile, in the inquisitive tilt of her head, is everything that I have lost. Since my accident, this girl is the only person I've met, perhaps the only person in this entire world, who does not trigger my cognitive disorder. Are there other girls too? True, her skin seems too white, and the color of her eyes and hair is probably different in reality. But even so, her form is undeniably human. And it's not just her appearance and her voice either. As I bend down to take off my shoes, Saya wraps her arms around my neck and pulls me gently into her chest. Her skin feels truly human, not cold or slimy, and from her hair wafts a sweet feminine fragrance. In all the world, only Saya is pleasing to my five senses. Oh, my heart. And what's more, she smiles at me, embraces me. She knows that this is my salvation, and for some reason, is happy that I need her. If I had not met Saya, if I had been all alone in this twisted, filth-ridden world, I would no doubt have succumbed to madness. It is no exaggeration to say that Saya alone is keeping me alive. The time signature on this music track is like 11:4. Really? I can count. Thank you, member! Welcome back, Axis. Oh, that's probably why it's so good then.
今日は一日どうしてた？
Disregard 4 time signatures. Embrace 11:4.
馬の模様替えもう半分ぐらい塗り終わったよ。で今はね、文則の晩ご飯作ってるの。昼間テレビで作り方やってたから。
She's just like me for real.
楽しみだな。
もうちょっと時間かかりそうなの。
I
待っててくれる？
wanna do this. I wanna be home. I wanna make dinner, and I wanna welcome you home.
いいよ。じゃあ僕は今の続きをやってる。
And I'll clean up the living room. Oh, she's been painting. I need a Saya. I can be Saya. I realized one day if the natural colors of the world were sickening, all I had to do was paint over them with colors that seemed pleasant. I went to the hardware store and bought every color of paint I could find. And Saya and I tried different combinations until we found one that worked. Does Saya know about his condition? You don't want to be Saya? Why don't I want to be Saya? Does she like twist and kill him or something? I could still be Saya. If you lived in this world and your only hope of salvation was me, then you'd give everything to me and you'd be reliant on me. So it doesn't matter if I kill you because you wouldn't live without me anyways. After painting the bedroom from ceiling to floor, I was finally able to get my first good night's sleep since the accident. When we first started in the living room, Saya, unsure what to do with the curtains, just painted carefully around the windows. Without a moment's hesitation, I tore the curtains down and painted over the glass itself. That's some serial killer logic? All that paint would cost a fortune? Well, yeah, his parents died. He left a will, right? They left a will. There'll never be anything out there that I want to see. And as long as I'll keep the storm shutters closed, the neighbors probably won't think anything of it.
ご飯できたよ。
こっちで食べよう。持ってきてくれるか。
ペンキの匂い、平気？
She's so cute. Now that she mentions it, I suppose the smell of paint thinner must be building up in this closed room. It doesn't really bother me though. There are far worse smells outside.
さやは嫌いかい？
平気。文則が大丈夫なの。
Oh yeah, don't get high off paint thinner, that's bad. Saya sets the food on the table. Unfortunately, neither its color nor its smell is at all appetizing. Not that the food elsewhere is any different.
いただきます。
As has become routine, I steel myself and methodically transport the food into my mouth. The taste is as gut-wrenching as I expected, but it's not Saya's fault. I'm sure she made it exactly like the cooking show said. It's just that my taste buds can't accept it.
美味しくない？
まあね。
Lying won't make Saya happy. She knows about my condition. No, she just knows.
気にしないで。明日はまた別のものを作ってあげるから。
ごめんな、いつも。せっかく作ってくれたのに。
いいのよ。こうやっていろいろ試していけば、いつか文則でも美味しく食べられるメニューが見つかるかもしれないじゃない。
In my current state, eating is nothing more than an unwelcome duty. As much as I hate it, I need food to survive. If I stay alive, then perhaps one day, as Saya says, I'll be able to taste something delicious again. I met Saya, didn't I?
さやは食べないの？
私は もう済ましたから。
And all the time we've been together, Saya has never once eaten with me. I don't know why she refuses to do so. It makes me a little sad. Still, I'm not about to push the issue. Not when she's putting up with all the problems I have.
そういえば今日もう一度病院で君のお父さんのこと聞いてみた。
It's real! It's her dad! That's why he's trying to find her!
パパの？
Dr. Ogai Masahiko is Saya's father and her only living relative. Saya has asked me to unravel the mystery of his disappearance. Did she get disowned?
やっぱり何も教えてくれない。何か隠している雰囲気な
Did
ん
she
だ。
get like disowned or something?
そう。
Maybe she's like maybe she's like what is that? A child you have with the mistress and she got disowned? I expected Saya to be a little more disappointed.
心配じゃないのかい？
Oh yeah,
What
Ogai
was
did go missing. Yeah, that's the word. I can't say it. I can't say Dr. But Dr. Ryoko's sus. She's sus.
ううん、そういうわけじゃないの。
This old art style is so like it's so nostalgic. It's so pleasing. She gives a little shake of her head, then smiles at me once again.
ありがとう、海のり。私のためにいろいろと。
君はそれ以上のことを僕のためにしてくれるんだ。
They're so cute. Oh, they're so cute. I thank her for the meal and set my chopsticks down next to the perfectly clean plate. As wretched as the taste was, thinking of the care that Saya put into it gave me the strength to finish every bite.
じゃあ、お風呂にする？
Uh-oh. Oh, okay,
ま
never
た
mind.
背中流してくれるか？
I could be the Saya to your Fuminori. Saya, why are you so good to me? And is this truly what you want? What am I? That you can give yourself to me, body and soul? Is this merely sympathy? Do you pity me, the exile from society? Is that enough for you to surrender yourself to such mad desire? Are you so wonton? Wonton like wonton noodles? What? I can be your Saya. Saya is here. She is with me now. Only in this moment is her existence certain. Only when I'm... No matter what cruel fate might await me, Saya, there's nothing I fear more than losing you.
海のり、泣いてるの？
Wonton is reckless? I've never heard that word in my life. Oh my god, this music. Oh, the sound design. Oh, the crackles. The crackles in my ears. Platonically, I don't think so. I realize that my cheeks are wet with tears.
どうしてなんだサイ。なぜ僕にここまでしてくれる？
海のり。
わからないんだ。わからないのに僕だけがどんどん君に惹かれていく。君なしじゃ
Oh my
耐えられなくなっていく。
my heart! I wrap my arms tight around her, praying that our bodies will melt together and never again be apart.
教えてくれ。 どうすれば君を失わずにいられる？僕は何をすればいい？どうやって君に報いればいい？
こうやって抱いていて、みのりに抱いてもらうの大好き。ずっと一緒にこうしていたい。だから私はみのりから離れたりしない。
なぜ僕なんだ？
それはね、みのりが一人ぼっちだから。
Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart can't take this. I'm such a...
それはさやも一人ぼっちだった。
The sorrow in her voice resonates with my own. There's a deep loneliness in her eyes, a loneliness from which now springs boundless affection.
だからさやにもみのりし
Oh
か
my
いない
god! I'm such a sucker for romance. I'm sorry.
この世でただ一人だけ私を抱きしめてくれる大好きなみのり。
Now I know. No matter what horrors this world unleashes upon me, all I'll ever need is Saya. Get away, yo! Get away! Get away! Don't touch! Don't break them apart! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Yo is determined to talk to him today. Nothing will happen as long as she hesitates. It'll only prolong her suffering. The time has come to show courage once again. She's not half as cute as Saya. She's not even close. This girl at the back here, she's cuter than Yo. She's cuter than Yo. There's several endings? Oh, I get to make choices? Okay. This girl's cuter. Yo's fourth period on Thursdays is biology. This is her one chance to see Fuminori. As a required course of many students, the lecture is held in a large hall that can seat well over 200. But since the room is usually only half full, it is rarely difficult for Yo to find the seat she wants. Yo prefers to sit near the center, where it is easiest to hear the professor. Most of the students congregate in this area for the same reason. I sit at the back. Fuminori usually sits beside her, although given the ambiguous state of their relationship, she knows better than to take this for granted. Still, she tries to save a seat whenever possible. Oh, is this angst? Am I feeling angst? The classroom isn't crowded today, so Yo is able to set her bag on the seat next to her without inconveniencing everyone. But when the professor arrives at the usual time to start class, there's still no sign of Fuminori. After waiting for about 10 minutes, Yo scans the room furtively. Fuminori is there, sitting alone in the far back corner. Just like me for real! Did he miss you when he came in? No, he couldn't have. And besides, no serious student would willingly sit so far away from the front. All the kids in the back usually just sleep or play games. That's just like me! Feeling miserable, Yo slides her bag back over to herself. Fuminori is out the door the moment class ends. Yo barely manages to catch up to him before he disappears down the hallway.
Sakisaka-san!
Fuminori jerks at the sound of his name. You would think she just screamed at him.
何か？
Oh, that's Oh, that stare! Now that they're face to face, Yo is painfully aware of how much weight Fuminori has lost. His sunken eyes and protruding cheekbones are a far cry from the features familiar to her. She wonders whether he's under a lot of stress or perhaps not getting enough nutrition. Maybe it's both. He definitely looks more tense than he should. Afraid. Even. Though of what she can't imagine. His eyes move restlessly from point to point, and he refuses to look Yo in the eye. It hurts to see Fuminori this way. What could have changed him so? Yo, I can fix him? No, don't fix him. Maybe what's wrong with him makes him better. Today, she reminds herself, rekindling the flame of courage in her heart.
お話があるんです。ちょっといいですか?
He'll say no. He'll say no because to him, she's just a disgusting blob of flesh. You know what's not a disgusting blob of flesh that he can come home to every day? That he's cohabiting with? Saya! I ship them. The courtyard is empty and silent. No one is willing to sit and chat in the cold November air.
話って何?
Don't you remember? Yo almost blurts a question, but manages to keep her composure.
咲坂さん、最近ちょっと様子が変です。見てて心配になります。
It's not Yo. It's actually Yo. Sorry, I'm not Japanese. Yo. Yo. Boots and cats and...
そうかもね。まあ、あんな目にあった後だから。
He smiles like it's nothing, but even that seems forced. He's even standing precisely one pace farther away from her than he used to.
本当にそれだけなんですか?
Yo is hot. Also, there's like virtually no pronunciation. Oh my god. You know what? Whatever. It's literally the same. Yo. It's just that the I is softer. Do you want phonetic, Jelly? A, I, U, E, O. A, E, I, O, U.
君にはそれだけじゃないように見えるのかい?
Yo. Yo manages to keep from flinching at the harshness of his tone.
何か我慢してるみたいに見えます。
AI Jelly in the making? Let's go! That means I never have to sing again. Rather than answer, Fuminori grinds his toe into the dead grass at his feet. Fearing that her determination might flag, Yo lets the words come as they may.
どうしようもないものを無理して壊れそうになるほど頑張って我慢してるみたいに。
I mean, she really cares. It's not his fault. It's not her fault.
今の咲坂さんは
It's so
そう見
sad.
えます。
Ohayo. Ohayo.
そうかい。
Fuminori mutters through clenched teeth, no longer trying to deny it or change the topic. This is an even clearer signal of rejection than his prior evasiveness. But Yo's determination is strong. Today, at least, she won't back down.
友達ってこんな時のためにいると思うんです。
So break up with her nicely. If I was her, I would say that you can't save me. I am mentally unstable and I cannot see you the way that I used to. And that will completely shut her off. The quicker The quicker you reject somebody, the easier they'll get over it. So don't lead people on. No. That would literally make her want him more. Is she insane?
ご家族のことは本当に残念だったと思います。でも咲坂さんは一人ぼっちじゃありません。殿くんや大見ちゃんや、それに私がいます。
Oh, I like that. I love that. I love that scene. Oh, that scene was beautiful. The way you shifted into his perspective and saw how disgusting she sounded. That was beautiful. Yo can no longer stop the words pouring from her lips. She fears that if she does not unleash her feelings now, they'll be lost forever.
一人で背負い込んだりしなくても、私たちで何とかできることだって
Oh, that's so
あ
sick.
ると思うんです。
That's so sick.
たとえ何もできないにしても、話してさえくれれば、あなたが少しでも楽になるかもしれない。私、咲坂さんの力になりたいんです。他のみんなも同じ気持ちだと。
Get away from me!
やめてくれ。
God! She promised herself that she wouldn't back down, but Huminori's expression is terrible enough to shatter her resolve. The look in his eyes is not anger or any other warm-blooded emotion. It is hate. Murderously cold hate.
そういえば君には一つ返事しなきゃいけない要件があったね。
He remembers. He remembers. And he still has treated her so coldly. That's disgusting. That is all the answer she needs. If his words stab any deeper, she might very well die.
僕は君のことをとりわけ特別に意識したことなんてなかった。君に好意を持たれてもどう接すればいいのか迷ってた。僕が君のことどう思ってるのか、正直な気持ちが自分でもわからなかったから。
咲坂さん。
でもね、今ではもうはっきりと答えが出てる。あれから考える時間だけはたっぷりとあったからね。筑波さん、僕はあんたのことが大嫌いだ。顔も見たくない。
Oh my god! Oh, my nails are digging into my thighs. I'm in pain. I don't even like this girl and it hurt me. He should have kept her as a side piece? What, a side piece of flesh? A side hunk of disgusting, bloody, wriggling pile of nothing but human organs? Disgusting. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Don't cry, Yo tells herself. But too late to stop the tears pouring from her eyes.
もう二度と会いたくないっていうのは無理だね。同じ学校に通ってるんだし。
Oh my god, he's digging deeper. Ah, it's deeper.
だからせめて今後は僕に声をかけないでくれないか。目障りなんだよ。つくづく。
This guy missed the social skills development part of his life? Bro, do you even know what he's seeing right now? If I were him, I would be saying the same thing. Your voice makes me sick. Oh, that's... Oh, the writing. That's what the world looks like to him. And that's what he looks like to the world. Wait. 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 Saya! Saya! No, 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 no! No, no, no! There's no way!
君さ、少しは頭を冷やした方が良かったんだよ。どうせ大宮浩二にけしかけられてその気になっただけなんだろ。自分一人でのぼせてる分には勝手だけどさ、他人を巻き込むなって言うんだ。
That's all Yo can take. Even after shedding tears in front of him, she absolutely refuses to let him hear her cry. Any disgrace would be preferable to breaking down here. So she runs, fleeing breathlessly from the courtyard with Fuminori's cold smile at her back. Umi was the first to catch sight of Yo and Fuminori leaving for the courtyard. Reluctant to interrupt them, but still unwilling to leave them alone, she and Koji ended up watching the whole thing from the shadows. Throughout the exchange, Umi was clearly itching to jump out and punch Fuminori in the face. Knowing her temper, Koji kept firm hold of her arm until the end. If he hadn't, she might very well have done it. Fuminori leaves after Yo, his every step seeming to take an act of willpower. Koji sighs heavily into the once more empty courtyard, but the bitter taste in his mouth will not go away.
どうしちまったんだかな、あいつは。
Even Koji cannot forgive Fuminori's treatment of Yo. However, the first thing that he feels is confusion, not anger. Koji has known Fuminori since long before college. Fuminori was never this cruel before. There's no question now that the accident changed him.
ねえコージ、このまま放っておくつもり？
放っておきたくないにしたって俺たちに何ができる？
覗き見よりマシなことよ。あたし咲坂君に一言言ってやらなきゃ気が済まないわ。
それで筑波の気が晴れるってもんでもないだろうに。
だったらあたしのキーだけでも晴らすわよ。
Saya no Uta anime when? You'll never be able to capture the perfect gore, the perfect disgust that you feel is impossible. Yo and Omi are best friends, just like Koji and Fuminori. In fact, it was the relationship between Koji and Omi that brought the other two together. Omi's anger is only natural.
あたし咲坂君と二人だけで話してみたいわ。コージはついてこなくてもいいから。
Madoka? Madoka is more of pain and angst. It's more painful than disgusting. If there's anything disgusting, what's a good disgusting? I don't know any good disgusting animes. I only know good disgusting VNs.
本気かよ。
Corpse Party? That's horror for babies. Middle school horror. She's gonna go talk to him.
その代わりヨウのことを見ていてあげて。あの子多分心底傷ついてるから。
Oh, Higurashi is good. I like Higurashi. Characters are cute.
泣き終わった後で誰かの優しさが必要になると思う。
なあ、それって俺とお前の役回りが逆じゃないのか？
あたしみたいな性格だとね、慰め役は無理。励ますつもりで余計に傷跡広げちゃうのがオチなのよ。
Made in Abyss? Oh yeah, Made in Abyss does capture the cringe. It captures the it captures pain and cringe. It doesn't capture like heartbreak, but it captures like that kind of feeling, you know? Like that kind of feeling. I love Made in Abyss. I love the art style. Yeah, the cringe. I won't spoil it, but it makes you sad. You hate the chibi characters? That's a skill issue.
あ、嫌な言い方。
じゃあまあそっちはほどほどにしとけよな。
Ending the conversation before Omi's mood gets any worse, Koji heads off to find Yo. Did you not finish the show? There was plenty of heartbreak? Oh, you mean that... Okay, I can't say anymore, but I thought he was pretty cool, you know? I thought the whole thing he did... You're talking about the... Was it the movie? I'm not spoiling. Yeah, but... Yeah, that guy, right? He's the best. What do you mean spoilers? I'm just saying that he's cool. I'm just saying that he was absolutely epic. And I loved it. I didn't spoil anything. Oh my god. He is so cool, right? He's so epic. So epic. He did nothing wrong. I feel awful, miserable, but also refreshed. I finally crossed the line. I knew it would come crashing down like this sooner or later. Having become unable to feel anything but disgust for other people, there was no way I could hope to maintain the relationships I'd had before the accident. I love this CGI. What does it look like when it's... Wait, what does it look like when it's like censored? I need to like see. Okay, what happens if it's dimmed? Oh, it makes it less red. It desaturates it. What about blur? Oh, what's the point of... What's the entire point of reading this then? What's the entire point of reading this if you don't get to experience the absolute disgust of the streets? The dim is nice. This you know, I would be very sad if I drew something this beautiful and people blurred it or people dimmed it. This looks like it's like rendered though. Today's incident will definitely get back to Koji and Omi, and everyone will be convinced I've had a major change of character. Honestly, I don't care anymore. At least I probably won't be committed for this. I just need to avoid acting any stranger than I already have. If this puts a rift between me and the others, good. The thought of all the stress I'll avoid brings a smile to my lips. I'm fed up with them sticking their noses into my life. It's like they don't even care that they make my gut turn just by being near me. I've been terrified of them until now, but today I struck fear into one of them. In that sense, it's something of a relief, but I'm not entirely without remorse for what happened. I've been terrified of them until now. But the person I just demolished with the verbal equivalent of a nuclear What's up with that? What's up with that? Like, humor. You got verbally nuked. Boom. The person I just demolished with the verbal equivalent of a nuclear bomb, I'm stealing that. Used to be my friend Yo. Even if my senses don't believe it, my mind accepts the theory. I don't have any particular grudge against Yo herself, and I didn't want to hurt her. Wait, what? Scrolling. In retrospect, perhaps I should have just ignored her outright. Yo was an attractive girl. I certainly didn't think badly of her. To be honest, though, I was annoyed when Koji and Omi tried to stick us together. It felt like they were using us as entertainment. And Yo seemed totally oblivious to the fact that she was dancing to their tune. Her cluelessness was irritating. So she's hot, but dumb? I don't like... Okay, I can't say that. Still, I knew that none of them meant any harm. Back then, I didn't have any reason to hurt others just to get my way. If having a casual relationship with Yo would keep our circle of friends together, I was willing to make that compromise. Now, however, there is no room for my heart for such forbearance. Can you say it? I think you need to have a smidge of intelligence to court me, a princess. Oh, you understand and agree? Oh my god! Thanks for the dictionary, man. In chat. I like that there's somebody translating every like slightly difficult word. Thumbs. Thank you. It's really funny. Okay. These ruminations have left me exhausted. I want to return to Saya as soon as possible, but thinking about the packed trains and crowded downtown streets between here and home saps my spirit. Oh my god, being stuck in a train filled with like flesh people is like disgusting. Forbearance dancing? Thanks. Catching sight of a nearby bench, I sit down and close my eyes to the horrors of the world. I can't do anything about the stink or the noise, but at least I can calm my nerves enough to rest. I'm enough. Don't spoil me. When I regained consciousness in the T University hospital ward, the world was as dark as it is now. I had not yet recovered my sight, even though my eyes and optical nerves were undamaged. It must have been an after effect of the accident. Blindness was a shock, but now I know that my suffering then was nothing. After all, my senses of hearing, touch, taste, and smell were all fine at the time. The real horror began when my sight returned. The one small mercy that I was able to come to terms with, the accident and my neurosurgery while still blind. Wait, what? The one small mercy was that I was able to come to terms with the accident and my neurosurgery while still blind. I panicked when I first saw the nightmarish hospital and the blood-curdling shapes of the doctors and nurses. But I soon guessed the cause. What a smart guy! It chills me to think of what might have happened if I had discovered my sight along with my consciousness. Suddenly awakening in what can only be described as hell, I would no doubt have lost my mind instantly. That must have been what happened to the other patients. The ones that went insane. Soon, my disorder spread to the senses of touch, taste, and smell. As it turns out, sight exerts tremendous influence over the other four. The taste of my food, the smell of my bed, the feel of my bed sheets, the fragrance of my get-well flowers, all became as unbearably foul as my eyes said they should be. Eventually, when even the doctors' voices became unrecognizable as human, I decided to kill myself. I didn't believe for a second that I could live in this new world. Okay, I should have put trigger warnings. But... sorry, for no trigger warning, they should have trigger warning that. But if you have dealt, I mean, if you're looking at this gore screen, I'm gonna assume that you're fine. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I know. I already know. God! No! One night, while thinking of a painless way to die, I found myself succumbing to sleep. Drifting between the nightmares in my dreams and the nightmare of reality. I didn't notice her enter my room. The next thing I knew, there was a face staring down at me from next to my bed. The face was not covered in pus or slime or earthworm-like feelers. It had smooth white cheeks, round eyes, a lovely little nose, all things I had never expected to see again. Oh, Saya! Steve! Saya! The face was that of a girl, undeniably human and positively glowing with beauty. I sighed in admiration, savoring the first peace and joy since regaining my sight. She had not expected such a reaction, apparently.
怖くないの？私
No!
の
No,
こと。
no, 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 Aren't you afraid of me? She asked. Looking at the clock, I saw that it was exactly 3 in the morning. No time for a young girl to be alone in the hospital. Perhaps she expected me to mistake her for a ghost. Fuminori! You naive man. But I would not have cared if she had been a ghost. Either way, she was a godsend.
君は誰だい？
It's over. It's over. Are you clueless? Are you clueless? Are you all clueless? You're all clueless, aren't you? You're all clueless! You're all clueless!
私はさや。パパのこと探しに来たの。
Okay, but her dad? Oh my. Oh my. Ay, 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 ay. Oh no 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 no. I assumed that she was the daughter of a late shift doctor or another patient. It was unusual, but not unthinkable for such a girl to be wandering around the hospital.
あなた、怖がらないんじゃつまらない。
It's no fun if you're not scared.
あ、ちょっと。
Wait, I cried, desperate to keep her from leaving. It was only after she turned around that I realized I hadn't thought of what to say next.
何？
Her beautiful eyes drew me in, healing my soul to its core. Through the white haze clouding my mind, I struggled to form a coherent sentence.
女の子にお願いしていいことじゃないんだが、今は君にしか頼めない。
No longer concerned with propriety, I let the words come as they willed.
手を握らせてもらえないだろうか。
Saya looked confused at first, But then she smiled like she's just found a new toy. Her smile was brighter than my memories of the sun.
変な人。そんなこと言い出したのあなたが初めて。
Ever so carefully, as though catching snowflakes, I placed my palm against hers. I could feel her human warmth and the softness of her delicate fingers. She was there, just beyond the palm of my hand. Thinking back on the joyful tears I shed then, I know that this is the moment I was saved from my fate.
この半月の間に初めて人に触れた。人だと感じられる体に。
は？
他の人じゃダメなんだ。僕事故に遭ってその後遺症らしいんだけど、人が人の姿に見えないんだよ。
本当に不思議な人。あなたって面白い。明日の夜もまた来ていい？
Thank you. You were the super chat, bandit. Why is my idol shouting no? Because I have just realized. I have come to a conclusion.
あ、そりゃもういいのかい？君はそんなこ
Would
と
you
がしたら。
would you still love me? Would you still love me? Would you still love me, Messiah?
大丈夫よ。夜は私のものだ。
What? I would still love Saya. I would be in this forever if I could, as long as I could be with her. She's my salvation. I owe it to her. I owe my life to her. No matter what, I will love her forever. I will love her forever. And so our rendezvous began. Saya came to my room every night at 3 a.m., skillfully taking advantage of the duty nurse's shift change. Thank you for the members, Uncle T. You mean you're not Saya? I mean, you never know. You never know. Thank you. I was astonished to learn that she was living inside the hospital.
これだけ広いと隠れる場所には事欠かないから。
She had been living in the suburbs of her father, she told me, until one day he'd suddenly stopped coming home. After she had tired of waiting, Saya had decided one night to sneak into the hospital where he'd worked, and there she'd lived for over 2 months, searching for his whereabouts all the while. Wait. Is this a lie?
学校には行かなくていいのかい？
Is this a lie?
いいの。勉強は全部パパに教えてもらったから。さやはとっても頭がいいんだよ。
She lying about her dad? She was a strange girl. On the one hand, she looked and acted like a child. On the other, she was remarkably self-reliant, and at times exhibited a sharp intelligence, a deep knowledge that many may have found unsettling. I didn't care. Saya was the only other human in the world gone mad. Her existence meant far more to me than the standards of society.
危なくないのか？見つかりそうになったことは。
Aren't you worried you might get caught?
全然平気。ここにいれば食べるものにも不自由しないし、パパのうちに一人ぼっちでいるよりもずっと楽しいよ。
But she's not lying about her dad?
入院してる患者さんたちのう
Oh,
ち、
she's so cute and
ち
she
ょっと
smiles.
精神的に参ってそうな人を事前にチェックしといてね。
She what?
時々部屋に真夜中に忍び込んで脅かしたりするの。 その人が大騒ぎしてもそういう患者さんの言うことはみんな真に受けたりしないから。
She's just like me for real.
結局は悪い夢ってことで片付けられちゃうし。
Oh my god, she's just like me for real. Her confession reminded me that the hospital was famous for its ghost stories. Who could have imagined that there was actually a real girl impishly roaming these hallways?
じゃあ僕も最初はそのつもりで。
What? You're just messing with people, right? It's pretty fun. We do a little trolling.
うん、ごめんね。怒った？
While her pranks were hardly praiseworthy, I couldn't bring myself to scold her for the very thing that has brought us together.
もうやらない方がいい。
That had brought us
その代わり
together.
夜は僕の話し相手になってくれないか。
We do a little trolling.
さやもその方が楽しい。
Knocks on your window. With extreme care, I was able to conceal my sensory disorder. It was glaringly obvious that the doctors had no way to cure me, and the fact that I had undergone a still experimental procedure made me even more cautious. How to look at just the scene. As a medical student, it was easy for me to imagine how the doctors would react if they discovered that I was exhibiting such unusual side effects. I was not about to become a guinea pig, a mere specimen to be examined with clinical detachment. H? It's not H. Right-click menu? Oh yeah! Oh, space. So I need to take a while to admire art. You know what really makes this piece as gruesome as it is that it's just not all red. There's like patches of gray, there's patches of blue, there's yellow, and when you add gray to red, it makes somebody look really, really sick. So I'm studying. And so I hid my discomfort and loathing behind a mask of normalcy, convincing the doctors that any sign of stress were merely a result of hospitalization. You think this is gray? I think it's like purplish. Yeah, grayish, purplish. I think it's very interesting. I think it's nice. Blood. Humans need a tinge of blue. Saya was my support. Looking forward to her nightly visits gave me the strength to endure my daily torture. Hope can make an enormous difference in a patient's progress. With the aid of my secret nurse, I recovered at a pace that left the doctors stunned. Look at that! Gray, blue, blue. Gray, blue. So what makes this disgusting? On the last night before my release, I summoned my courage and asked her.
君はこれからもずっとこの病院に居
Have
続け
you
る
played
のかい？
this before? Nope.
うん。結局パパの手がかりはなかったけど、もう他にいるところもないし、バレそうになるまではいいかなって。
よかったら僕の家に来ない
I
か？
forgot to read. Never mind. I asked timidly. The question took all the courage I had.
家族はもういないから部屋はいくらでも余ってる。人目を忍ぶような必要もないし 住み心地もそんなに悪くないんじゃないかと。
ずっと文則と一緒に暮らすの？
I was too afraid to ask her what she thought of that, so I hastily offered a deal. Is it hastily or hastily? I've always said hastily.
君の父さんのことは代わりに僕が探してあげる。約束するよ。
Oh,
必
that's
ず居場所を見つ
why.
けてみせる。
Oh, that's why he's so determined.
難しいと思うよ、それ。多分パパ、何か悪いことをしてこの病院を辞めたんだと思う。
He's dead!
だから警察とかは困るの。なるべくこっそりと探さなきゃいけないし。
Oh my god, Saya! We can't get the police involved. We have to be as discreet as
頑張るよ。どんなことだってやる。僕は。
Unable to control myself, I finally spoke the truth.
さやと離れたくないんだ。
At first she looked bewildered, but after a few moments of silence, she said,
少しだけ考えさせて。
That night, she left my room earlier than usual. On the day of my release, I managed to smile as I accepted the hideous, foul-smelling celebratory bouquet. The flesh beasts calling themselves Koji, Omi, and Yo came to pick me up. Though they had come to see me many times during my stay, it never got easier to see my friends change so horribly. My sudden tears of despair drew suspicion, but I managed to explain them away as tears of joy. Celebratory? But why is it celebration, but celebratory? While we walked to Koji's car, I looked desperately for Saya amidst the grotesque scenery. Even as we drove away, I kept watching the hospital fade into the distance, praying for a last glimmer of hope. But Saya never appeared. After Koji and the others dropped me off, I paused a while to regard my surroundings. I had lived my entire life on this block, in this house. There was no other place that I could call home. But nothing was as I remembered. Ooh, this song, new song! It's so good! What? As I walked up the path to the front door and took in the yard where I'd spent my childhood, I could feel those memories being defiled by the twisted, festering shapes around me. Inside the house, I found nothing familiar, nothing to offer me comfort and warmth. What I had once called home was now a whole other world.
僕にはもう帰る場所なんてない。
I have no home, I whispered with a smile of self-pity. There was one last stop to make, one last nail to hammer into my coffin. Saya, I stepped into the room that had cradled me from childhood. The walls were papered with human entrails, the bed a tangled mass of worm flesh. But none of that mattered. There, curled up on the bed like an abandoned cat, was Saya. As I stood there in shock, she looked up at me and in a tiny, weak voice said, 当にここにいてもいい？ I responded by sweeping her into my arms, embracing her tightly so that she would not escape. Saya did not resist. When she arrives at the Sakisaka house, Omi first takes a deep breath to calm herself. Her anger does not vanish entirely, of course, but at least now she can hear herself think. While waiting for a response from the intercom, she looks over the patch of yard that she can see from outside the gate. Even Omi wasn't normally one to complain about other people's housekeeping, but this is going too far. This is current time. Current time. The grass is growing wild, and there are piles of dead leaves scattered everywhere. It doesn't look just it doesn't just look untended. It looks like an uninhabited ruin. It's still light out, but every window has its storm shutters tightly sealed. Omi guesses that they've been closed since morning. What kind of life is Fuminori leading? Even if he's living alone, he can't neglect his housework forever. And is it just her imagination? Or does something stink like rotten meat? It couldn't be coming from the yard, could it? There's still no response, so she presses the buzzer a second time, and a third, and a fourth. Finally, after this has gone on for over 10 minutes, Omi loses her patience and opens the cover of the intercom. As she expected, the power has been disconnected. Perhaps Fuminori has a good reason for shutting out the world, but Omi can only see it as a lack of respect for others. Her anger rekindled, she pushes the gate open and stomps through the yard to the front door. Given the state of his intercom, she doubts that Fuminori will respond to a knock. So Omi decides to just open the door and go in shouting. And if the door is locked, she'll just have to... Surprisingly, the doorknob turns easily in her hand, and the enraged Omi finds herself throwing the door open wider than she intended. No. Her nostrils are instantly assaulted by a choking stench.
Nani?
As Omi stands petrified on the threshold, the cowbell hanging on the side of the door chimes loudly. A moment later... Omi can't believe her ears. The voice she had just heard could not have been human, yet its intonations were too complex for any animal she can imagine.
誰かいるの?
She calls out to the end of the hallway from which the voice came. There is no response. Instead, she hears the sound of something soft and wet flopping its way deeper into the house. Finding it difficult to place a meaningful image to the voice she just heard, Omi stares blankly at the empty vestibule. There's nothing there, not even Fuminori's shoes, which can only mean that he's still outside somewhere, wearing them. The house should be empty. But then, what was that voice just now? Her anger has vanished, as if it were never there. Nevertheless, Omi sets her foot into the hallway, leaving the door open so that the cowbell won't ring. The floor creaks, setting her nerves on edge. Omi isn't sure why she's acting like a burglar, but something tells her to make as little noise as possible. The potency of the stink inside the house makes the whiff she caught outside pale in comparison. It's sickening, like rotten fish guts. Has food been left to spoil in the kitchen? She hears a bubbling sound up ahead. Stepping gingerly on the creaking floorboards, Omi makes her way to the end of the hallway. She finds rooms to both sides of her, one lit, the other dark, and chooses to look into the lit room. Saya? It's the kitchen, lit by what must be the only window in the house not covered by a storm shutter. Oh, the music. The sound she heard was the pot boiling on the stove, and on the chopping board next to it lie a butcher's knife and some half-diced carrots. A perfectly normal household scene, with the light of the setting sun making everything the color of decomposing fruit. Something is wrong. Who was cooking here? And where did they go? Omi calls, regretting it immediately as she realizes that her voice is shaking. Let her cook! As her words echo vainly through the silent house, she begins to feel foolish and defenseless. Suddenly, she feels something cold seeping through her pantyhose. She timidly reaches down to touch her feet. Her fingertips come away, covered with a viscous, olive-green slime, like the filthy water from a tank long clogged with algae and dead fish. The whole floor is covered with it. It must be the source of the stench. Jelly. Thank you for the super chat, Limo. Jelly, we have to cook? I'll cook. Don't worry, I'll cook. Omi now wishes that she had worn her shoes inside. Manners be damned. No! When she looks back ruefully the way she came, she realizes that her current position is not visible from the entrance. This kitchen must be where that strange voice came from. The next room is probably the den. As she expected from the closed storm shutters, it's pitch black inside. Omi wants nothing more than to flee the house, but that would mean turning her back to the darkness, and that she simply cannot bring herself to do so. Moved by some irrational compulsion, Omi sets foot into the den. It's too dark to see anything, and the stink is far worse than before. She slides her hand along the wall, feeling for the light switch. Finding it much sooner than she expected, she flips it on like it's her last hope. The colors. So many colors. Thank you for the super tattoos. The purple of entrails, the brown of rotten meat, the crimson of flesh blood, the yellow of fat. These colors. That's what I said! And more that cannot be described cover every inch of the room in maddening array. The colors say all that needs to be said about the painter's hatred, malice, and insanity. Omi's legs give out from the shock, sending her to the floor. Slime immediately soaks through her jeans, its cold tendrils creeping up her legs, crotch, and her neck. Her hand flies to her neck, where it's greeted by another drop of chilly slime. Above her, something is dripping down on her head. Making perhaps the worst decision of her life, Omi looks up. The predator clinging to the ceiling, poised to leap upon its prey. She sees it in every detail. Her mouth and nose are sealed before she can scream, and her belly is torn open as something enters to feast on her innards. But by the time she feels any of this, Omi has already gone mad. No. No, no, oh god. Saya! 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 Do you still want to, Saya? We'll continue this next week. Let us continue this next week, for I have business to attend to. What the fork? I'm sorry. That's just so funny after all we've been through. Well, if you want to see what happens, you want to tune in next week? You want to tune in next week? What happens when Fuminori enters the house? Oh yeah, save. Save, 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 save. Quick save. Save complete. Okay! Next time on Dragon Ball Z, we'll go look at what happens in Saya. And for tomorrow, make sure to tune in for my idol training week. Idol training number 4. Yay! Yay! Next time on Saya no Uta. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you mean it was a cliffhanger? Omi's dead! She's dead! She's dead! That had to be Saya. There was nobody in the house but her. Saya entered her body, ripped open her stomach, and ate everything inside. How do you know? It's common sense! It's common sense! I knew from the very big. I knew from the point where they talked about everything being different when the breakup scene, when I was like, he sees all this, and Saya's the only normal one, and Omi and everybody else forgot their names. They see him like he's this weirdo, right? So his perception is the opposite of the world. How could it have been Saya? Saya's a cute girl. Oh yeah, she totally is a cute girl. I still love her though. Even if she was a slimy monster. Hey, if she could take care of that trespasser so easily, she could make for a pretty good bodyguard. I love Saya. I love her, even if she's disgusting, cause beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I do not judge people by their looks. I do not judge women by how they look. I judge them from the inside. And you should too. And Saya is a nice, lovely, beautiful girl. Oh my god, she did protect! She was protecting! It was a protection! She was protecting her, she was protecting her boyfriend. She was protecting her boyfriend. It's not murder, it was a home invasion. And it's okay. And it's okay. I don't know. I just think it's alright. There's nothing wrong with her. Omi got judged from the inside. Thank you, Anonymous, for the 5 tip. What are you talking about? She got... Ew! 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 Home invasions aren't covered by self-defense laws in places outside America. Well, what do you want me to do when somebody walks into my house? Not instinctively stab them? Also, I just had another realization. Is that why Saya doesn't eat? My beloved. She's just like me for real. Oh, she's just like me for real. Oh, I love her. Anyways, I hope that you tune in to the stream. How's your experience? It wasn't really scary. I thought it was really cool. It's one of the coolest games I've ever played. It was really cool. I love the storytelling, and I've been getting really into writing stories recently to cope with my immense stress from school and assignments coming up. Thank you for the 1 month. Oops. Sorry, wait. Thank you, Bunny, for the 1 month. Oops. Okay, there we go. Alright, Orobuchi has more stuff. I like this kind of stuff. You mean... Thank you for engaging with the story fun stream. Thank you, Zonkarte, for the 20 Shiba. Thank you. I only know... Did Nitro do, what is that? Steins Gate? I mean, Nitro Plus is a publisher, right? It was disturbing in a lovely way. I really like disturbing things. Like, I don't like being jump scared. I think jump scares are like cheap horror. I like actual, like, disturbing, disgusting body horror stuff. I think those are very epic and cool and rock. Thank you for the 5 gifts, Arclight. Thank you. Yeah, I like unsettling things. I like it. I don't know, I just think like this disgusting gore, disgusting stuff is so nice. Urobuchi storytelling is pretty cheap potentially. Hot take? Maybe. I haven't finished the rest of the story, so I can't tell. I'm kind of curious how it's gonna end up though. And if you have like, because you said there were choices, I'm gonna assume that you either come to terms with it or you don't. Maybe there's one choice. I'm gonna play organ. Let's do an organ stream next week, where we only do organ games. Oh, multiple. Ooh, branching. Okay, got it. Okay, I look forward to it. We will most likely probably only do one ending, so I'll encourage you to play the rest of the endings yourself. But I will go for my gut feel. My ending, my perfect ending. I'll be happy forever with Saya. Surgeon Simulator, that game's... The game's kinda... gut feel. I didn't realize I made that joke. I'm your favorite organ over, I need to trade them for money. Gut feeling. Omi sucked anyways. I didn't like her. She was too... I mean, I understood. I guess this... From what I'm feeling up to this point, it's just that everybody is just misunderstood. It's actually entirely the fault of Saya and Fuminori for lying to everybody. But it's actually also not their fault because Fuminori would be like locked in there forever and be forced to endure like torture and stuff. She broke into the house with her own fault. I mean, she was worried about her friend. Right? Why does Saya cook normal food? If Saya knows that Fuminori has a reaction, then why does Saya cook normal food for him? Why doesn't Saya just cook, like... Oh, wait. It's 'cause... And I'll see you next stream! And I'll see you next stream, guys! Thank you for everything! Come to tomorrow's karaoke! Bye-bye! Oh my god! Maybe we'll play this like, this is Saturday, Sunday, I don't know.